What is up? Welcome to episode 2 of K9SL Live. This week, or this episode, similar to the last one, we have one of our pro decoys, Dennis Straube, all the way out of Friendswood, Texas?
Yes, sir. Friendswood, Texas.
All right, so this is the thing I had with the Florida boys. I was like, where? So, obviously Florida is very large. I'm like, geographically, I'm fairly ignorant. So in Texas, what I guess for someone who's not from Texas, where is Friendswood located at, or where would be something landmark or city-wise someone can identify with there?
We're in Houston, so we're just a suburb, like a south suburb of Houston.
Okay. So freaking Houston area, essentially, if someone was looking to train or to train with you.
Right. Yeah, we're the Houston area. We pretty much just kind of say Houston because that's pretty much where we are. It's just a suburb. So they're like 2 blocks outside of Friendswood is Houston. So bring you
Okay.
stop.
On daddy duty as well, too.
Yeah. She was kind of sick today, so she had to stay home from her nanny. So she's with me.
Oh, nice. Nice. So what we've been doing here on K9SL Live is kind of talking, since we have pro camp coming up here and then the new decoy certification. So I'm gonna kind of jump ahead here. With the decoys coming in for this invite only decoy cert, what would be one question would be, what do they have to look forward to in regards to being a street league decoy? And then what would they have looking forward to when it comes to the certification, and what should they prepare for?
Man, they should prepare to run. Get used to
Yeah.
running. Lots of physical activity. Lots of perseverance, man. You're going to be mentally exhausted, physically exhausted. So just prepare for really intense time.
Yeah.
It's all worth it.
And I think that's one of the cool things that we have, at least with with the street league crew. That's one of the more unique things from what I've heard from other decoys and the decoy elsewhere, is just like the tight knit group that we've developed with all the decoys that we've had, kind of the community we've built.
Right. Yeah, I think so, man. All the decoys, all the street league decoys, are kind of like a tight knit kind of family. We all talk outside of trial. Just about normal everyday life. I say, I got Courtney. I talk to Courtney at least twice a week. Talk to Corley all the time. Wayne, like all the street league guys. I talk to Adam Katz a lot. We become friends and we talk outside of just trials. Where with other sports, these decoys may not be like that. Might talk to some of these guys like at trial and that's it, or just kind of a here and there thing. But street league is kind of like a family. All the decoys have become really tight, and we all kind of keep up on each other on life topics and stuff too. Now, not just dog stuff. So it's definitely a really nice group to get into.
I think that's one of the cool things, like especially when I talk to, because I talk to you guys all kind of individually on your own, like here and there.
Yeah.
And like that's one of the cool things that I've noticed when it comes with you guys, is that and I think it's awesome, because that was the whole goal of mine when we built this, or when we started building it, because we're still building it, but was to see the community itself grow, and then know that you guys have built relationships outside of it too. That stuff's always really cool when I hear, when I talk to Corley, it's like, oh yeah, I talked to Dennis or Jacques, I talked to Courtney pretty, all these other guys pretty often. I'm like, dude, that's dope. That's the stuff that I really like to hear.
I know, Corley and I, we travel back and forth and stay at each other's houses, and it's just like our second home. Same with Corey. When Corey Styles came in here, he come over to the house, had dinner with the family, hung out with us for the every day while he was here. So it's just another part of the family. You know what I'm saying? We're not just bringing decoys in here and we'll see you when we're training, but just any other time they come and hang out at the house and just be another part of the family. So I think that's really different than many communities in the dog world. So I think we're pretty much on track to create what you shot, what you set out for.
Oh, definitely. Then you brought up Corey. Shout out to Corey. He's one of my trainers here at Primal and also one of our pro decoys. So you and Corey just finished up like a month or two ago, the
Yeah.
first Street League workshop out in Texas. How'd that go? Give everyone kind of a rundown for who may not know
Um,
what you guys did.
man, it was awesome. I don't think I could have asked for a better partner to do the workshop with. We had a blast. You know, we got put on. We got kind of hung out to dry by a couple questions from my trainer Serena. She she put us out there. We were like, we don't know what to say, but this we'll have to get back to Mike. So not only was it very informative for everyone, it was kind of a learning experience for us too, because we had to figure out how everyone was learning and kind of cater to them, and maybe pick up on some things that we didn't really realize about Canine Street League that other people that are really studying the handbook tough, they've picked up on and questioned us about. So all around, I think it was really good. We had a really good turnout. We had some really serious people come out that want to engage and really help build Canine Street League. So all in all, man, it was a great time.
That's awesome. And that was talking to Corey when he got back, and talking to you. I was really that was like a really cool thing too to see this year with the workshops and all the different states that we've done it in, and
Yeah.
to see the amount of people that came to each individual workshop and the good feedback that we got, and even just like people wanting to do more, and feeling like, oh,
Yeah.
2 days was, they wanted more of it, they want more of it. Like, I thought that was really cool. And obviously, like, Dennis, you've been with us since since the first Street League decoy cert, and you've been to essentially, I think you've been to every Street League event, right? Like, almost every single event we've had.
I think I missed one, but that's it. I've pretty much been to everything, and I always try to make everything that I can, unless I have something going on with the family and whatnot, or I'm obligated to be somewhere for one of the kids' athletics tournaments or something. Other than that, I try to make everything I can. I really love the sport, and the community is great, so I want to try and help it grow as much as we can.
Yeah, no, that because I mean you've been with us since the beginning with that stuff, so I'd always think that when I
Yeah.
talked to because Corley too, because you guys went to the LA cert,
Yeah.
the original LA cert too, and like me and Corley were talking about that on the last one, and when we were sticking on Cerberus everybody and running and
Yeah.
jumping.
I remember the one time I'm doing push-ups next to Adam Katz, and we kind of look at each other, and just as we do, and I know we're both thinking like, man, we're about to die, and all of a sudden I felt Ozzy grab the back of my thigh, hit my hamstring. Jeez,
Yeah,
hands down the worst push-ups I've ever done.
those would be pretty horrible.
Yeah, it was awful.
We got another leg biter for you now too with Felix, and he
Nice.
feels pretty great too.
Yeah, yeah, man. I took a live bite in the leg yesterday, so I might be a little gun shy on the legs for a second.
I know. So just for people who maybe not be watching this on YouTube or on who may just be listening to this on one of our wherever you get your podcast from. So Dennis sends me a picture yesterday of like a puncture. Like, puncture is like your ankle, right?
Yeah, it's my ankle.
Like, ankle. I was like, oh shit. I was just like, oh shit. I was like, what happened? And like, obviously, training exercise. I was like, but the speed in which that dog had to have gotten to you and like got underneath, especially the dog who's very proficient on the suit and knows
Yes,
the targeting, for the dog
yes,
to be like bypass that and like think it through and get to where he got to and do that damage. Like,
yes.
I mean, that's pretty impressive. But
It
like,
was it was impressive. He's been trying for a long time, man. I've been his training partner for a long time. I've taught that dog how to really fight, and I guess he just wanted to show me what time it was. So,
yeah.
it happened so fast. There was no preventing it. To be honest, we didn't even see it coming because we were outside. We were already completed with training and kind of discussing stuff. And man, it was like lightning. He shot in there, and I felt the teeth hit the bone, and that was
Damn.
it. Yeah.
How's that feeling today? Are you pretty tender, I'm assuming, right?
Um, Man, this morning it was awful. I got up at like 6 a.m. and stepped out of bed and could hardly walk. And
Dang.
yeah, it was a struggle for a few hours, but now that I've been up and moving, it's pretty good now. Like I can touch it. I mean, it's bandaged, of course, but it's not too sensitive to the touch right now. Swelling's pretty much gone down, so it's not too horrible right now.
Dude, that's the part that like I would say hands and like feet slash ankle,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
those are some of the worst. And like for I like what we were saying yesterday, it's like there's so much blood flow going into those spots. It like
Yes.
just feels like there's like a throbbing pain on it.
Yeah, I didn't think it was bad. When it first happened, I just thought like it was just a small puncture. I wasn't thinking much, and I went to kind of lift my suit leg up, and one of the club members was like, "Oh my God, there's so much blood. Sit down." So when I sat down and he helped slide my suit pants off, that's when I saw it. I mean, it was just pouring. It was leaking everywhere, dude. It was so bad. But
Dang.
yeah, man, my Serena was really good. She had a first aid kit handy, man. She was on it, and they took good care of me. They poured peroxide, cleaned it all up, got me bandaged up with a compression bandage, and pretty much got the bleeding under control until I got to urgent care. So my club really looked out for me, man. They did a great job.
There you go. Well, shout out to the club for not having a dentist's foot get amputated.
Right?
Dude,
So,
that'll just add more to your presence on the field if you show up with a peg leg.
dude, right?
Like,
That'd be awesome. The good thing though, I think the dog forced me to get a tetanus shot. I've been kind of ducking that for years because I remember the last one I got, man, I was so sore. So my doctor several years ago, she was like, "You really need to get the tetanus shot." I said, "Okay, go get it." So when she went out of the room to get the needle, I slipped out and left
oh,
because I was like, "Man, it's gonna hurt. I don't want to do this." So, this time I figured out I better go ahead and do it because dog bites are dirty. So
oh yeah, no,
if nothing
definitely.
else, Hagrid helped me. Hagrid helped me get my tetanus shot.
There you go. Shout out to Haggard for keeping Dennis up on all his vaccination, so whatever you would call
Right?
it. Dude.
That's
So
awesome.
we have something new obviously happening this year. We're going to add more trials in and more regional level trials. And, Texas, Houston, your guys' area is going to be a
Yes.
hub
Yes.
for that. We'll be having them in Texas, uh, Texas, California, Memphis, and in Florida. These will be the general hubs for these areas. And for people looking in the area to kind of join a club for Street League, where can they find like you guys? What kind of give a rundown of how you guys run your club, train days that you train or things like that nature.
Right now we're just meeting on Sundays. Of course, I can do privates any day throughout the week, but our club days are on Sunday. You can go on Instagram, search me, Dennis_Straube, or you can go there and search Vita Working Dog, VITA Working Dog, and shoot us a message, and either myself or Tara will get back to you and get you set up to do an evaluation of the dog and handler, team as a whole, whatnot. You come out, check it out, eval, and then kind of go from there and see if you guys are a fit or if we're a fit for you, and then get you linked up with the club.
And I keep telling people. So a lot of people have asked, why are we made these generalized tubs and why it's always like our Street League decoys doing them. So one of the benefits of being a part of a club that has you guys in it, like my guy Corey who help runs ours, Chris Corley, Courtney Wolf, Jacques, and like Brian Ryan and those guys, is that with Street League decoys and Street League in general, we do pro camps where the head judges are here, I'm there, we run through all the training scenarios, we do workshops. For the most part, we're always in decent amount of contact. So if you're part of that club, you have almost direct line of communication or direction from the main people
Right.
who put on the trials. And as we develop and kind of like we grow, you guys are the first people to see. And like I mentioned earlier, like Dennis amongst the guys I mentioned have pretty much been to every pro camp, every event we've had, and have been involved in all the trials, has seen the progression. One of your main people, she got second place in
Uh,
second or
third
third in the
third place.
third place in the first ever street league trial.
Yes.
So
Yep.
that was pretty awesome too.
Yeah. We're coming out. We're hoping to come out pretty strong this time for his one. Um, I think he'll do. I think he'll get it. As long as I'm not out there. If I'm out there, he's going to try to kill me during obedience. But other than that, man, he's Haggard's a strong dog. He's going to come out there and do it. So I think people joining a club with one of the street league decoys is probably one of the best things that they can do, man. Because like you said, direct access. You're going straight to the source. So we know the ins and outs. We know what to look for, all the little nuances of every scenario. So it's definitely beneficial to get into a club at one of the hubs.
Most definitely, most definitely. So make sure you guys are checking that out. And one of the cool thing too is that because the street league itself, like when people see it online, it does have like a very like big presence to a big feel to it. But in reality, like street league itself is, it is ran by a very tight knit group of people, and it's good to have that direct link, because there's a lot of things that happen quick within street league. And it's good to be ahead of the curve a little bit and know like, oh, hey, these trials are coming in, because guess who's going to be the first people to know when a trial is coming in? The main hubs, those guys, so they can get you guys rolling ahead versus when, I don't want to say, I don't want to use the term public, but the general public finds out, because it usually runs down that way. So another good one to go into another reason to join a club who is ran by a street league decoy.
Absolutely.
Awesome, man. Well, so shoot, what do you guys have? I know you have a lot of stuff going on just within, FTX and everything going on. So what's been going on over there for you guys?
Oh man, we've got some dogs in that we're building up for street league. We have some clients that sent in some board and train street league dogs. So
Oh,
we're
nice.
a really nice little Roddy right now. He's a year old, imported from Germany. Dog's got like Malinois kind of prey drive. So I think he's going to come out there and be a really nice force on the street league field. So yeah, we're doing that, man. We just started construction on our property. We're tearing down a building, putting a new one up. So I guess the guy's actually going to be over there in like a half an hour or so to kind of make sure I got everything cleared out so he can come and
Nice.
smash the building for me. So yeah, we're trying to kind of grow FTX, and try and build more protection dogs that can come and compete in street league, and still take care of our pets and stuff. So the business is growing. We're gonna do another. We're opening a third location with our other business, which is food related. So
Yeah.
we're kind of growing everywhere right now.
And then, what's the name of the food business as well?
It's Power Fit Meals.
Power Fit Meals. Make sure you guys
Yeah,
check that out.
yeah, check that out. We ship nationwide, so yeah, my wife does that, and that helps me to be able to keep feeding my dogs. So she sells, so I can buy dog food. It's awesome.
There you go. No, make sure you guys check out Power Fit Meals there, guys, because I know we're gonna be ordering some stuff from there pretty soon too.
Yeah, check that out, and we're gonna do a sponsorship with the street league stuff too. So try and put the company out there a little bit more and grow K9 Street League as well as Power Fit.
That's awesome, man. Awesome. Well, shoot, man. I know you got a fairly busy thing going on over here, so I don't want to keep you too much longer. But thank you for taking some time. And then let's get some information. Where can they find you? What websites, social media profiles?
Okay. So I'm sorry, man. She's over here
Oh,
being
it's all
crazy. There
good,
you go.
dude.
There's your hoodie. All right. So yeah, if you go to check out my name or my Instagram, it's Dennis_Straube. You can check out FTX K9 or Vita Working Dog. And our website is www.ftxk9.com.
Awesome, awesome. And then again, what was the Power Fit Meals Instagram and website?
Yeah, so Power Fit Meals, it's all separated by underscores. Website is powerfittx.com.
Awesome. Make sure you guys check them out. And then before we wrap this one up, let me go ahead and give a shout out to our sponsors, the Street League sponsors, and K9SL live sponsors, Ray Allen. Make sure you check out rayallen.com/K9SL and use the promo code in all caps, Primal10, and that is Primal10. So thank you again, brother. Sorry we're running a bit late today, but
oh, you're good, man.
I'll let you get to it, and then we will be talking here pretty soon as we get ready for Pro Camp and all the rest of that stuff. So make sure you guys stay tuned, stay linked up with Dennis if you're out in that area, and yeah, guys, catch us on the next one.